Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math.
Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math, and today we're going to learn about fractions and decimals. And we're going to write each as a decimal. We're going to use repeating decimals when necessary. 1/4. Okay? Well, what I want to do is I want to write this in long division. So we have 4 goes into, 1. Okay? Well, 4 cannot go into 1 evenly. Or not really, because 1's smaller than 4, right? So we're going to put a 0 over top. We have a decimal there. So now we're going to add another 0 to this 1. So 1.0 or 10. 4 goes into 10 2 times, right? 2 times 4 is 8. Okay? We subtract that. 10 minus 8 gave me a 2. Okay? So then, all right, we add another 0 here, and we bring that down. 4 goes into, the 0 comes down to 20. How many times does 4 go into 20? And that's going to be 5 times. So we have 5 right here. 5 times 4, okay, is 20. And we end with a 0, and so we are done. We got our answer right here, and it's written up top. And that is 0.25. And that is our final answer. 2 3/5. Okay? Well, one thing I know is 2 3/5. So 2 is going to be the beginning part, and I want the decimal part, which is the 3/5. So I'm going to use long division to get there. So 5 goes into, 3. Okay? Well, 5 doesn't go into 3. Right? So we're going to add a point decimal there, 0 up top. Okay? And we add a 0 right here. All right. So now 5 goes into 30. Well, 5 goes into 30 6 times. Okay? 6 times 5 is 30. We subtract them, we get a 0, and now we're done, actually. Okay? So we have the 0.6, and then don't forget that 2. So we have 2.6 together, and that is our final answer. 5/8. Okay? So 5/8 I want to write in long division here. Okay? Long division. So I'm going to use 8 goes into 5, okay? 8 can't go into 5, so we have a 0 up top, okay? And we add a 0 here. Now 8 into 50, all right? Well, 8 times 6 is 48, so we have 6 right there. 6 times 8 is 48, okay? And 50 minus 48 is a 2. We then have to add another 0 and bring that down. So the 0 is right here. So now we ask, well, how many times does 8 go into 20? Okay, 8 goes into 20. Well, that's 2 times, right? 2 times, 2 times 8 is 16, okay? We subtract that, 16, we have a 4 right here, okay? 20 minus 16 is 4. We add another 0, we keep going. We have 40. 8 goes into 40, well, that's evenly 5 times. So we have 5 right there. 5 times 8 is 40. I can subtract it. 40 minus 40 is just 0. And there we have our answer up there. 0.625 is the decimal version, or decimal value of 5/8. Action. 3/5. Okay, we have 3/5 here, okay? So there's a few ways we can go about it. So if we use long division, right, 5 goes into 3. Okay, that's one of the ways. Well, 5 doesn't go into 3, so we add another place value here. I say, does 5 go into 30? Well, that's evenly 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. We subtract it. 30 minus 30 is 0. And we're done. We got our final answer, 0.6. That's it. Okay? Another way we could do this, right? 3/5, if we double that, right? If we double the numerator and denominator, so if I had 3/5 right here and I multiplied that by 2 over 2, well, I would get 6 over 10. Okay? And 6 over 10 is the same thing as a decimal 0.6. So some people like to quickly see it that way. It's up to you. Well, anyway, 7 into 200. So I'm going to do long division like I always do. I have 200 that goes into, 7. Okay. Well, does 200 go into 7? No, it can't, right? So we're going to add another place value. Does 200 go into 70, right? Well, no. All right, 70 is smaller than 200. So we add another 0. Does 200 go into 700? Yes, it does. It can go in 3 times, right? 3 times. 3 times 200, okay? 3 times 200 is 600. So we have 600 here, and we subtract it, right? Well, 700 minus 600 is 100, okay? We have 100 out. Now, can 200 go into 100? No. So we add another place value, and we bring that down. So now we have 1,000, okay? What times 200 give me 1,000? Well, that is 5, right? 5 times 200 is 1,000. We subtract that. Going down, we get a 0. And that's our final answer, 0.035. 8 and 33. So I'm going to use long division here, okay? So a 33 goes into, well, 8. Well, can 33 go into 8? No. So we have to go add another place value here, and we have 80. Now 33 can go into 80 2 times. 2 times 33 is 66. So we subtract that. 80 minus 66 comes out to be a 14, okay? So we have to add another 0, okay? Because 33 can't go into 14, right? Because if it did, we messed up there. We had a 0 right there. So 33 into 140, okay? Now this one's going to be all 4 times, okay? 4 times 33, okay? 4 times 30 is 120, and 4 times 3 is 12, so we have 132 here, okay? We subtract that, and 140 minus 32, well, that's just 8, okay? And maybe you can see a pattern here, right? We add another 0, we go down, 0 right here, and 33 goes into 80. Well, I've seen that before, right? I did it right here. I had to go put a 66, right? 2 times 33 gave me that 66. So we put a 2 there, 2 times 33 is 66. We subtract it, and we get a 14 again. I bring another 0 out, bring it down, okay? And I'm left with 140, all right? And then we do the same process again. 4 times 33 is 132. And then we can see we get an 8 there when we subtract it. And so this is going to repeat, a 2, 4, 2, 4, okay? So that 2, 4 repeats forever. That bar over both of them says we're repeating that part. So when I write the decimal over here, 0.24, I only need to write it once. I don't need to do that pair twice, just 0.24. But the bar up top indicates that we are repeating 2 and 4. So again, our final answer is 0.24, that part together, repeating forever. So quick, 6 into 11, all right? So we're going to use some long division here. 11 into, well, 6, okay? Well, 11 can't go into 6 evenly, right? So we add a 0 there, okay? But 11 can go into 60, not evenly, but it can go into 60, okay? That'd be 5 times. 5 times 11 is 55, okay? We subtract 60 minus 55, and we get a 5, okay? We bring down another 0 over here, bring that down, and we have 50. Now 11 can go into 50 how many times? Well, that's going to be 4 times, right? 4 times 11 is 44, okay? 50 minus 44 is a 6. And hopefully we can see that repetition right here, right? We add another 0, bring it down. 60, 11 goes into 60. Well, we already did that 5 times, right? 5 times 11 is 55. We subtracted 60 minus 55 is a 5. Add another 0, bring that down, okay? We have 50 here. Well, 11 goes into 50 4 times, right? 4 times 11 is 44. And the cycle is going to repeat, okay? So we can see that 5, 4 repeats over and over again. So when we write the decimal right here, 0.54, we only need the first 5 4s, and we indicate that it repeats forever. Over 50, okay? Well, we look into 50 into 7. So we have 50 goes into 7 using long division. Well, 50 doesn't go into 7, but 50 goes into 70, so we add another 0 there, okay? How many times is 50 going to 70? Well, that's 1 time. 1 times 50 is 50, right? We subtract that, and we get 20, okay? We add another 0 there, and we have 200 now. Now, how many times does 50 go into 200? Well, that is just 4, right? 4 times 50 is 200. We subtract it, we get a 0, and so we have our answer now, our final answer, 0.14. 4 and 27 over 125. Okay. Well, I'm going to ignore the 4, right there. I'm just going to deal with the fraction part, 27 over 125. So we write that with long division. 125 goes into 27. Okay. Well, 125 does not go into 27. So we add another 0 there. Okay. And now we have 125 into 270. Well, that happens at least twice, right? Because 2 times 125 is 250. So we're getting as close as we can to 270, but not equal, right? So, or greater than it, really. So 270 minus 250 is 20, okay? So we add another 0, and we bring that down, and now we have 200. So how many times, or what times 125 gets me close to 200? And that's just 1. Okay, we already know 2 is 250, and that's larger. We need to keep it 200 or below. 1 times 125 is 125, okay? And then we subtract that, and we get a 75, okay? We add another 0, okay, right there, 0. And we have 750, okay? So what times 125 is 750, okay? Well, this is actually, so the answer is going to be 6 here, okay? Because 6 times 100, right? The way I like to break down 6 times 100 is 600, and 6 times 25 is 150. So 600 plus 150 is 750. Okay, 750 and 750 is 0, and so here we have our answer as 0.216. All right. 7 over 20. Well, I have 7 over 20 here. So we're doing long division of 20 that goes into 7, okay? Well, 20 doesn't go into 7, so we add a 0, okay? But 20 can get closer to 70, and that would be 3 times, right? Be 60. 3 times 20 is 60. We subtract that. 70 minus 60 is 10. We add an extra 0, bring that down, and we have 100. Now, how many times does 20 go into 100? Well, that's 5 times. 5 times 20 is 100. We subtract that, we get a 0. And so we have our final answer here, 0.35. And that's our decimal answer of 7 over 20. 1 over 111, okay? Well, we write this with long division. So we have 111 goes into, be careful, right? We all do this right here. Just 111 so you can see it. Goes into, well, 1, okay? Well, 111 can't go into 1, right? It's too small. So we have 10. Well, can 111 go into 10? No, it's too small. So we had another 0, okay? Can 111 go into 100? No, 100 is still too small. We add a 0. Okay, we add another 0 here. Now we have 1,000. 111 goes into 1,000. The highest we can get is times 9. Right? 9 times 111 is 999. So we have 999. Well, 1,000 minus 999 is 1. And the process is actually going to repeat here. So we'll see, right? We had another 0, right there, 0. 111 goes into 10. Well, it can't. Okay, so we add another 0. 111 goes into 100. It can't, right? Another 0. Okay, so we add another 0 here. We have 1,000. Now 111 goes into 1,000. Well, that's 9 times, right? 9 times 111 is 999. We subtract it. 1,000 minus 999 is just 1. And the process repeats. And so we have the 009 as a repeating decimal. And so our final answer is 0.009, and we just repeat that part there. And we only need to write it once, okay? So again, our final answer is just 0.009 with the 009 repeating. 1 over 125. Well, I'm going to use long division here. So I have 125, and that has to go into, well, 1. Well, 125 can't go into 1, so we add another 0 to it. And can 125 go into 10? No. So we have another 0 on top of that. Okay. Can 125 go into 100? I don't think so. We have 0 up top there. It's a 0. That's weird looking. Oh my goodness, I'm making it even worse. Why do I do stuff like this? Da, 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 da. So we have 0 here. Okay. We add another 0. Now 125 into 1,000. Well, we can do that. Okay. And that's actually 8 times. 8 times 100, right? So 8 times 125 is actually 1,000. But 8 times 100 is 800, and 8 times 25 is 200. Add those together, and we have 1,000. So we have 1,000 here. We subtract it, we get a 0, and we're actually done. Our final answer is 0.008, and there we go. Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math, and today we're going to learn about fractions and decimals. We're going to write each as a fraction. 2.2, okay? Well, what I like to deal with is just this 0.2 part. The first two I'm going to leave on the side. It's the 0.2. So that 0.2, that's the same thing as 2 over 10. So I think about 1 underneath the decimal and then a 0. So 1, 0, right? 10. So we have 2 over 10. Well, 2 over 10 simplifies to be a 1/5. We divide both by 2, right? So we have 1/5. Well, that 1/5 combines with that first 2 value right here, okay? And so we have 2 and 1/5 as our final answer. 1.6, okay? So I deal with just the 0.6, the 0.6, right? And I put a 1 where the decimal is, and I have a 0 with a 6, so there's 10. So now that's the same thing. 0.6 is 6 divided by 10, okay? Alright, so that's my little trick there. 6 divided by 10. Well, that can be simplified. Both are divisible by 2, right? So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 is divided by 2 is 5. So we have 3/5. Well, I can't simplify that anymore. So I combine the 3/5 with the 1 that's out front, and we have a 1 and 3/5, and there we have our final fraction answer of 1 and 3/5. 0.08, okay? Well, I'm going to take that 0.08, there's no other number there, right? And 0.08, I put a 1 where the decimal is and keep 2 zeros, okay? So now, what that shows us is that 0.08 is the same thing as 8 over 100, okay? So those are the same things, all right? Well, 8 over 100, both, I can simplify this because both are divisible by 2, okay? So 8 divided by 2 is a 4, and 100 divided by 2 is 50. But both of these are also divisible by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 50 divided by 2 is 25. And after that, I can't simplify it anymore. And so 2 over 25 would be my final answer. 0.27, okay? Well, 0.27, my little trick is I put a 1 where the decimal is and zeros for each one afterwards, okay? Well, right there, I have 0.27 and then the 100, right? So that's the same thing as saying 27 over 100, okay? So now I have this fraction, but can I simplify? Well, 27 is divisible by 3 and 9, right? If it's 3 or 9, it's also 3, but 3 doesn't go into 100. And there's nothing actually that goes into 27 that goes into 100 as well. And so our final answer is already written. Pretty easy here. It's just 27 over 100, and it's most simplified for 1.76. And I had to write that as a fraction. Well, I take the 0.76, the 0.76, and I put a 1 where the decimal is and 2 zeros afterwards to match the 76. That lets me know that I can rewrite this to be 76 over 100. Okay. Well, can I simplify this? Well, both of these are divisible by 2, right? 76 divided by 2 is 38, and 100 divided by 2 is 50. Well, both of these numbers are also divisible by 2. 38 divided by 2 is 19, and 50 divided by 2 is 25. And now there's nothing that goes into 19, so we're done. And so we have 19 over 25 represents 0.76. So it brings this 1 in as well. So we have 1, and then here, the 19 over 25, excuse me, or 25 here. And there we have our final fraction answer. 0.15 repeating. Okay, when we have a repeating fraction, this is a little, or repeating decimal, this is a little tricky. So I'm going to let the variable x represent 0.15 repeating forever, 1515. And so we know that's going to be, right, x equals 0.1515151515 forever. Okay? Well, what I want to do here is, if I multiply, well, 100 times x, so 100x, okay, 100x, that's going to be, well, move the decimal place 2 spots to the right, 15.15 repeating forever, okay? And so now what I'm going to do, say, okay, what if I had 100x minus x? What would that be, okay? Well, 100x is 15.15 repeating, and then we're subtracting the 0, the x value, 0.15 repeating, okay? Well, 100x minus 1x is 99x, and 15.15 repeating minus 0.15 repeating is just 15. To get x by itself, divide both sides by 99, okay? And I'm left with x equals 15 over 99. Well, both of those are divisible by 3, right? 15 divided by 3 is a 5. Getting ahead of myself here, is a 5. Okay. 9 divided by 3 is 33. And so 5 over 33 is my fractioned answer. 0.3 repeating. Well, since 0.3 repeating, right, as 3 is the repeating part, I'm going to label that as x, as 0.3 repeating. And again, x is 0.3333 repeating forever. Well, I want to multiply the 0.3 repeating by 10. Okay, so 10 times x, same thing as 10 times 0.3 repeating, and that's 3.3 repeating. We just move the decimal over 1. Okay, well then from there, I'm going to take 10x minus 1x, and that's equal to 3.3 repeating minus 0.3 repeating. Okay, well 10x minus 1x is a 9. 9x. 9x. And 3.3 repeating minus 0.3 repeating is just 3. Okay? Well, let's get x by itself. X equals 3 over 9. I divide 9 to both sides. And 3 over 9 simplifies to be 1/3. And so our final answer is just 1/3 for x, which is also written as 0.3 repeating. 0.09. Okay, and then 0.9 is repeating. Okay, well, I'm going to let x equal 0.09 repeating, and so x is equal to, we write it out, 0.0909090909, and repeating that forever. Okay, well, I'm going to multiply x by 100. We have 100x. Well, I move the decimal place 2 spots over, and I have, well, that's just 9.09 repeating, okay? So once we have that, we have 100x minus 1x. Well, I'm going to do that, 100x minus 1x, which is 9.09 repeating minus 0.09 repeating, okay? Well, 100x minus 1x is just 99x. And 9.09 minus 0.09 is just 9. I solve for x, divide both sides by a 99, and I'm left with x equals, well, 9 divided by 99, which we can simplify. Both are divisible by 9, so we have 1 over 11 right there. And so that's it. Our final answer is just 1 over 11. That's what x is equal, and x is equal to 0.9 repeating forever. And so there we have our fractional answer. 0.7 repeating. All right. Well, I'm going to let x equal 0.7 repeating. So we can see x equals 0.777777777. Okay, and that's going to be repeating forever. Okay. Well, I'm going to take the x and multiply it by 10. So I have 10 times x, which is equal to, well, 0.7 repeating times x, move the decimal over 1, and we have, or times 10, we have 7.7 repeating. All right. So now I'm going to take 10x minus 1x. Well, if this is what they're equal to, 7.7 repeating minus 0.7 repeating, okay? I can simplify this. 10x minus 1x is 9x. 7.7 repeating minus 0.7 repeating is just 7. Solve for x. I divide it by 9, and I got x equals 7 ninths. And we can't simplify anymore. So again, our final answer is just 7 ninths. That's what x is equal to. X is also equal to 0.7 repeating, and so we are done. 0.46, and that's repeating. Okay? Well, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set x equal to 0.46 repeating. And so x is just, well, 0.464646464646. Again, that 46 keeps repeating. All right? Well, I'm going to multiply this by 100. Move the decimal place over 2 spots. So 10, or 100x, is 46.46 repeating. All right? Now watch this, We have 100x minus 1x, right? Well, if 100x is 46.46 repeating, 1x is just 0.46 repeating. You can simplify that. 100x minus x is 99x. And 46.46 minus 0.46, even when it's repeating, right, forever, they cancel out. We're left with just a 46. Well, to solve for x, I get 99 and divide it to both sides, and I'm left with x equals 46 over 99. That fraction can't be simplified. It's in simplest form, and so we have 46 over 99, and that's our final answer, because if x equals 0.46 repeating, and we found that x also equaled 46 over 99, that is our final answer. 0.005. Okay. Well, this one's pretty easy, okay? 0.005. The way I like to write this, so I'm going to write it again, 0.005. I'm going to put a 1 underneath the decimals and put 0, 0, 0 till we get to the 5. That lets me know, okay, that I can write this as a fraction of 5 over 1,000. 5 over 1,000. Okay, so I have 5 over 1,000. I can simplify that. Well, both are divisible by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 1,000 divided by 5 is 200. And so my final answer is just 1 over 200. 0.4. Okay, we have 0.4. So the way I like to write this as a decimal, I take a 0.4 and I put a 1 where the decimal is, and put a 0 for every digit afterwards. So we just have 10. That lets me know that 0.4 is the same thing as 4 over 10. All right. Well, we just need to simplify that fraction. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 4 over 10 is the same thing as 2/5, and so my answer here is just 2/5. So again,
Minute Math, Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. Minute Math, Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. MinuteMathTutor.com.